Welcome back. This is the fourth and last video on scripting. With this, we will actually write a Unix program that is capable of repeating all the commands we did earlier. So, let's get started. In a separate window, we want to create a file called Archive.csh. So for that, we want to make sure that we start in a brand new directory called script, all caps. So we're going to say, let's go home, make a directory called CD tilde means go to your starting point in your directory, in your file system. So we're going to say script. We're going to go into this directory. And now we're going to start a file called archive.csh. First thing we're going to do is put these lines in the file. So we can just copy and paste these lines into the file. Now, these lines have to start in column 1, so we have to be a little careful about that. So let's copy it, paste it. We've got to make sure they start in column 1. Okay. And now, I need another window open. No, I don't. I need this window open. Yikes. Okay, let me get out of here. And I need to open another window. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm getting ready to show you another command that's a beautiful thing. Watch this. Command is called history. And what in the world does it have? Well, it has all these commands we typed on an earlier session. And didn't we say we wanted to put into this archive.csh file the commands that we previously did manually? We want to put them into a file, and this file can be executed. Executing the file will actually repeat all the commands we typed. So basically, these commands that you see here, starting here, is what we need to put into our program. So we're going to go all the way down to here. Okay? So we're going to copy these. This is going to be a little ugly now, so let's just bear with me. It's going to be ugly because I'm going to paste them in right here. That's all we did? Good grief. We didn't do much, did we? Huh. My goodness. So it looks like all we did with these commands, we said make a directory, change to the directory, get all the CPP files, list them for good measure, zip, and we're going to say list again. All right? And after that, we're just going to say exit. Exit is the same as ending the program. All right? So let's see if what we have here will do the trick. This is kind of interesting. I didn't know it would be this short. Okay? Now let's do what I told you. Let's submit this. We're going to say cs submit script scripting archive.csh. Let me get up here and change this because this is not saying the right thing. The assignment ID is called scripting. Okay. And let's see what happens when we do that down here. Okay, it's going in. All right. And the final test is when I go in and say let's archive it. Let's do it all over again. So you ready to try that? Well, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. So we're going to say CSH. That means execute a CSH file. The name of the file is archive.csh. Let's see what's going to happen. Drum roll, hold your breath, hope we don't blow up. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. You see all these files coming in? This is the same thing we saw when we did this manually. These are the files coming in, and where is the zip file? The zip file is sitting here. All right? You follow? So I think that is proving a point to you, and the point is pretty simple. Normally, if you're working, doing manual tasks on the computer that are repetitive, you can sometimes write a simple, what we call a script. And we have seen that the scripts pretty much just hold commands that you typed. And those commands can be replayed on demand. Now let's do a final step that I had not planned for, but I think because this works, we can go ahead and do it. We can now install this. We can install this as one of your commands. And how do we do that? We have to do two things. We have to make the file be recognized as a command. So if I say ls.csh, this file is not recognized as a command. To be recognized as a command, you need to see that star. So we must set the attributes of this file so that it will be recognized as a command. Don't worry about what this means, but this is the magic password, 755 archive.csh. And now when we do the ls, see what we get. We get that star, which means that this file can be executed as a command. And finally, we're going to place the command in a special place. In Unix, all commands go in a certain directory. It's called bin, or bin. In the olden days, bin probably stood for binary files, but that's not what it means anymore. But we must put this file into the bin directory. The bin directory happens to be in your home directory. So how do we do that? We got to copy archive.cpp, go home, and in the home directory there's a subdirectory called bin. All right. What we've just done is we've added a new command. To add a new command, you must type rehash so that it's known everywhere. Let me say it again. Are you ready for this? Let's make a new directory. We're going to say again. Go into again. And we want to archive again. Now we don't have to say this CSH thing. We just need to give the name of the command, which is archive. Notice that when I hit tab, the system recognizes archive.csh because we just installed it as a command. When we do this, drum roll again. Oh heck. Alright. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to make sure that we do this to the file that's in archive.csh. I'm sorry, it's in ~bin/archive. We're going to say rehash again. And we will try the command again. Archive. Yee-hee! Okay. One last thing. Can I pause this? Okay, I'm back. Okay, I made a mistake in this file. In step B, I told you the wrong thing here. Step B, the first line needs to say !bin/csh. I was missing the first slash. So now we should be able to do the command. So we're going to say archive.csh, And the moment we do that, we see it taking off the same way it did before. Okay? So at the end of the semester, at any time, you can archive the files that you have and you can walk away with them. With that, we're going to end. I will no doubt ask you a few questions about this experience on the next test that you have. And I'd also, period. We will end right here.